Hey everybody, Sean here from GoSell.ca. This video is about prospecting. It's actually one of the services we offer here. What is prospecting? Prospecting simply means to find people. Okay. When you do cold outreach, when you're a business, you want to reach out to more contacts, to reach out to them, to offer them your services or products. That process of finding people, of finding the right leads is called prospecting. Now you do prospecting, you may want to email them, you may want to cold call them, you may want to LinkedIn outreach them, whatever. It doesn't matter how you want to reach out to them, but the process of finding them is called prospecting. Okay, so that's that. Tons of tools out there that can help you do prospecting. It's extremely easy. It's like all time easy. Okay, it has never been this easy to find people. A lot of data out there like Apollo, ListKit, Seamless, Crunchbase, Sales Navigator within LinkedIn, tons of tools. So it's just like it's extremely easy. Okay, if you just want to find people and if you just want to find random people, you don't need us for that. But there's a problem. Okay, easy access to these prospecting tools has created a huge problem. And what is it? It's easy access to these prospecting tools. Anyone can just go out there. Apollo has like a free version, LinkedIn Sales Navigator has like a free trial, or just go to basic LinkedIn and search for CEOs or CTOs or whatever whoever you want to reach out to, really, and reach out to them, right? But the problem is there's a lot of noise because it's extremely easy, right? And a lot of spam, especially in cold email. If a person is extremely accessible, like their email is on Apollo, okay, or LinkedIn Sales Navigator or whatever, and they show up as soon as you search, guess what? Everybody's going to email that person, and there's like millions of them, okay? And that actually, people are tired of cold DMs, let's face it, and cold emails and cold calls because a lot of noise. And that's where we can come in because we have a solution, okay? We recommend using these tools, obviously, but use them the right way, okay? We have to find some sort of intent and some sort of trigger all the time. Otherwise, you're just going to be competing with everybody else in the market. You have to use, a lot of times, you have to use multiple tools to get to that one person. It's not as easy as just going to Apollo or Seamless or Snowvio or Crunchbase or Sales Navigator and look for, hey, I just want, tell me the CEOs in the United States or Canada with 20 plus employees in any industry. Guess what? It's going to throw a million plus people at you. Are you really going to reach out to those million people? And even if you do, how many of them are going to reply? Okay. So you have to use multiple tools to find the extremely targeted. You have to do the outreach extremely targeted way. You have to do quality over quantity. Now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean that volume doesn't matter. In sales, in cold outreach, volume matters a lot. But that doesn't mean that you just want to do volume and you want to reach out to random people and nobody's responding to you. You just want to do volume for the sake of doing volume. At the end of the day, you want sales, you want meetings, and you want results. Okay. How do we do this? So we use these tools the right way. I'll give you a real example before we jump into this. So quite recently, we were approached by a potential client who's now our client. His target market was chief operating officers in Canada and the United States in like 20 plus industries, 10 plus employee size company, chief operating officers or director of operations. So operation executives. When we went to these tools, Apollo and Sales Navigator, there's like thousands of them. Okay. And it's a small company. They're just starting out. And there's thousands of people who we can reach out to. Ideally, sure, it really sounds good that, hey, let's just reach out to everybody. Let's just get all excited and reach out to everybody. But we know that what's going to happen is it's going to take forever. It's going to take a lot of time for us to go through all of them. There's like thousands of people. There's like 50,000 people we can potentially reach out to. Okay. It's going to take forever. The other problem is because we will be doing volume, we will be reaching out to everybody and we might get the deliverability right because we're experts at that, but the results might be slower. Why? Because if you're reaching out to everybody, who knows which one of those people need our services or our client services in this case. So what we told our client that, hey, let's reach out to everybody, let's have that plan, but initially start with the chief operating officers or anybody in operations who's new to the role. Do you think would that make any difference? And he's like, oh yeah, absolutely. If he's new to the role, if he just got promoted or if he just joined on a new company as a chief operating officer, hey, he doesn't have the tool that I'm selling, or he's definitely shopping around. So let's just reach out to people who are new to the role. So you see how we did it? We used the same tool, but And I'm just giving you some basic example. We do like extremely complex stuff, and I'll get to that later. But this is just something extremely basic. That although our goal was to do quantity, our goal was to do volume, but we started with a smaller batch, knowing that those are the people who would know our service, who would need our services way more than the rest of the folks. Okay, so that's one thing we can do. That's just one example. Okay, for our own outreach, for GoSell.ca, we don't reach out to random people. Okay. One of the things we do is just like new businesses, new CEOs. If somebody is a CEO and he's just been a CEO for 3 months, that means it's a new business. Hey, we have to reach out to him. It's a B2B business. We do B2B cold outreach. Maybe maybe there's a fit. We do cold outreach. Trust me, I really want to reach out to everybody in this planet. Every single CEO, I want to reach out to him. It really excites me, but it doesn't work. So prospecting, which is what we're talking about today. So prospecting has to be done the right way. That's what we mean by trigger or intent. If there's a job switch, if there's a promotion, if there's a job search, if there's a job posting, if there's anything that can indicate that, hey, this person would respond better as opposed to the other person, let's start with reaching out to this person first. Why? Because at the end of the day, you want your results fast. And guess what? If you don't do it this way, it's just going to take so long. You're just going to get demotivated. Emails are going to start going to spam. You would have to spend so much time and money and energy. And at the end of the day, even if the results are same, even if you end up making the same amount of money or book same amount of calls at the end of the day, but hey, don't you want your money faster? So just think about it that way. Okay. So the leads have to be extremely targeted. That's the fundamental, that's the basics of prospecting. And a lot of times you have to make sure that you're using multiple tools to find one person. I'll give you a challenge. Go to Apollo. It's one of the most famous tools out there for everybody to find people, right? Go find the e-commerce companies on Apollo. I challenge you that. Today is what? Today is June the 29th, 2024, because Apollo might change something later and you might be like, hey, yeah, it's super easy to find e-commerce companies. But today is June the 29th. I challenge you, go find 20,000 companies on Apollo that are e-commerce. They are there though. They're definitely there, but it's a nightmare to find them. Trust me, it's extremely difficult to find e-commerce companies. And now I'm just giving you e-commerce as an example. Find these Shopify stores, but websites that are built on Shopify stores on Apollo. Just go find them. It's extremely difficult. Okay, go find me manufacturing company in the United States. Something that simple. Find them, but not a lot. You won't find every single manufacturing company there. They are there. Don't get me wrong. They are there on Apollo. It's not the tool that you're using, is how you're using is what I'm talking about here. So what we specialize in at here at GoSell.ca is we use multiple tools to get to that one person to really get that targeted list built up. Okay, that's really what I mean. Even when you do that, when you have the perfect tool out there, you use multiple tools or whatever you did, and now you have a lead list, don't blindly trust Apollo or Sales Navigator or multiple tools. Do not blindly trust them. You have to manually check them. You don't have to spend a lot of time, but definitely skim through it. Definitely make sure that, hey, this is really making sense, or is it not making sense? Because sometimes these tools make huge mistakes. And if you want to try it, go to LinkedIn Sales Navigator and try to find some CEOs. Just search CEOs and go to like 5th page and 6th page, and you will know what I'm talking about. It's actually going to show you executives to the CEOs, assistants to the CEOs. While you're just looking for CEOs, why is it showing you assistants to the CEOs? Why? Because it's a search, right? That's just how search works. It's picking CEOs and showing you the results, even if the job title is not CEO and it just has that word CEO. So guess what? You have to pay attention. You have to manually check it. And one thing we do here at GoSell.ca is, although we use all these tools, we have 2 full-time researchers right now. Their job is to find people, but then also check them manually so that our lead list is extremely targeted and extremely clean. Okay. And we offer unlimited revisions, by the way. So what we do when we do prospecting, so let's say you want to reach out to CEOs and let's say it's 1,000 of them. So we actually will put together a lead list based on your ICPs. We will send it to you. And if you don't like them, we will go find another list. No problem. Or let's say out of 1,000, 20 people are not CEOs or not the right fit, or your existing customers or in your DNC records or whatever. Just let us know and we will replace it. So we offer like unlimited revisions. That's how confident we are. And sometimes tools don't work. That's the last thing that I really want to talk about. So sometimes tools don't work at all. We actually had an inquiry. A client wanted to reach out to companies in the US who were manufacturing aluminum pipes, not steel, not stainless. He was extremely targeted. It has to be aluminum pipes of a certain diameter. No tool is going to give you that information. You can definitely look up like steel manufacturers and then, So I would say what I'm trying to say is you have to do it in a way where you don't have to be rigid that, hey, I just use Apollo and that's it, I'm not going to do anything else, or I just use ListKit and I don't use anything else. No, sometimes you have to use multiple tools, and sometimes you don't have to use any tools at all. It has to be manually. It has to be done manually for sure. So every single industry is different. Every single ICP, the ideal client profile, is different. And I've been doing this for like 10 plus years now. And what I've learned is you have to have an open mind. You have to understand the basics. You have to understand who exactly is your target market, who would give you the best results, and then make a prospecting strategy around it. And that's it. And this is one of the services we offer. If you have any questions, please reach out. My name is Sean, and I'm from GoSell.ca, and my email is sean@gosell.ca. Any questions, please reach out. Thank you.